Hi, this is Mendy Newman from Ericom. In this session, we're going to take a look at the Ericom Secure Web Gateway categorization features. One of the powerful features that allows users to protect themselves from the dangers of the internet is the ability to create policies based on the categorization of a particular website. So every website can be categorized based on its general content. Certain websites are related to education. Certain websites are related to information technology. Certain websites are related to pornography or gambling or news. Basically, every website on the internet is eventually categorized into one of these buckets. There are always new websites coming online, and sometimes it does take a short while. It could be an hour, could be a day, could be a week until a website gets categorized. But even if a website is not categorized, it is always kept in what's called the uncategorized bucket, which in itself tells you something about the website. So going over to our policy section, we can create a new policy here. And instead of creating a policy based on an individual domain, we can create a policy based on a category. Then in the category dropdown, you see a list of over 50 different types of categories of websites. This should cover the full gamut of website types. I'm just scrolling through. We see adult category, business, dating, education, finance, etc. And by choosing one or more of these, you can create a policy that applies to these categories. That policy could be to block the website. That policy could be to inspect files on the website differently than you inspect other websites. All that based on the categorization of the particular website. Just as a note, when you create a policy for multiple categories, it actually creates an individual policy for each one of those categories in the policy list. Now, how do you know what category a particular website falls into? Well, built in to the administrative console is a website analyzer. So we can take a number of different websites and run the analyzer to determine what the categorization of that website is. I enter the URL with the HTTPS, click run, and this screen will show you two things. On the left side, it will actually show you the particular policy that's currently set up for this particular website. But more importantly, for our discussion, on the right side, it gives you the category information. So you can see a primary category, any security categories that might be associated with this website, and then its rating based on our various algorithms and engines that we receive data from. So this website, AT&T.com, is deemed to be safe and is part of the mobile or telephony category. If I take a look at, let's say, NewYorkTimes.com, and I rerun the analyzer, we can now see that this is part of the news category. If I run, let's say here's a Google is an interesting one. So Google.com would be an IT category. Here we're in edu.google.com, Google's special website dedicated to education-related tools. And you see here the primary category is education. There are also some security-related categories that you can see here. If I put in this particular website, you can see that the site actually comes up as a blog site. Its security category is labeled malware, and the Netstar engine labels this site as malware as well. Another site where you can see this type of categorization is this phishing site that I found, and you can see its security category is phishing, and the fish tank feed in this case identifies this as a phishing website. So getting back to our policy engine, we can now create policies based on categories. You have the full list of categories, but if you look at the end of the list, we now have special categories. And those are high risk, medium risk, low risk, phishing, or uncategorized. Uncategorized is for any website that does not fit into any category. Phishing is anything which any one of those engines we saw labels it as phishing. And high risk, medium risk, low risk is based on that security score that you see. So you might want to say high risk websites should be blocked, as an example. So this is a demo of this very powerful feature to be able to apply different policies to different websites based on the categorization of the categorization engine that's included with the Ericom ZT Edge platform. Thank you.